Ladies and gentlemen, there's a hell of a lot of stuff to talk about today. I'm going to try and make this video as short as I can, but if it is lengthy, then grab yourself a drink, cup of tea, coffee, because we've got a lot to talk about. There's just so much shit going on in the wrestling community, and I'm going to try and fit it all into this one video. Now, the main topic of discussion: CM Punk, Jack Perry. There's a lot of misinformation going around. I mean, a lot of misinformation going around. Lots of journalists out there are being heavily discredited, and their reputations, even though they're already ruined, are taking an even bigger hit because of all this misinformation that's coming out about CM Punk and Jack Perry. And Miro is now apparently involved as well, and that's part of the lies. So we're going to get into that. We're also going to talk about NXT. NXT have signed a former AEW talent, which I'm quite excited about, so we're going to get into that. And John Cena. John Cena is not only working one SmackDown, but he's working 7 consecutive SmackDowns in a row, which adds to my theory that he's only around because of the Hollywood strike. Never has John Cena, since 2016-2017, been around for this long, but he is now. Why? Hollywood strike. But we'll get into that. Now, the first thing I want to talk about is something that's really pissing me off, and that's recent news about Bray Wyatt. Now, I made a video quite a few days ago that people are using Wyndham Rotunda's death as a cash grab. They're using it for clicks, they're using it for engagement, they're using it for ad revenue. Now, this has only continued, and it's gotten worse since I made that video. TMZ have somehow gotten the information that Wyndham passed away in his sleep, and he was not wearing his doctor-recommended heart defibrillator, however you may pronounce that word. So TMZ somehow got that information, and everyone's now reporting on it. Now, so some may be reporting on it out of what they think may be goodwill. The rest of them, we need these clicks, we need ad revenue. This will get a lot of views. They're all pissing me off. Honestly, they are. They're all pissing me the fuck off, because none of this is any of our business. It hasn't even been a week. He hasn't even been dead a week, and everyone's jumping on it immediately. Apart from me, Ango, and a few others, everyone else is jumping on it because they want those clicks. They want that ad revenue. I can imagine. I don't know how someone can feel good about themselves when they're making their thumbnails, their black and white picture of Bray with some writing to the side. Bray Wyatt's cause of death revealed. How can you feel good about yourself when you're doing that? I couldn't. This is why I didn't put Bray Wyatt in the thumbnail of my video where I said that they're using his death as a cash grab. I just can't do it. Can't do it. And it's ridiculous. These people should all be fucking ashamed of themselves. Now, I know some people may be doing it because they think it's out of their goodwill, like wrestling days and see wrestling. But the rest of them, they just want that ad revenue. They want that cash grab. They want those views. It's fucking stupid. It's ridiculous, and I'm fucking sick of it. So yeah, you can add 95% of wrestling content creators onto that list of the original 3 I talked about. They're all fucking pieces of shit at this point. Obviously, there's a select few that aren't doing it, including me. But the rest of them, fuck them all. Fuck them all at this point. I just don't care anymore. They're all pieces of shit, and they should know better. None of this is any of our business. Triple H said, please give the family some privacy. Is everyone doing that? No. Are they? Fuck. Because they want their clicks, their views, they want the ad revenue, they want the money. That's all they care about. That is all they fucking care about, and I'm fucking sick of it. Now that that's out of the way, NXT have signed a former AEW talent, Brian Pillman Jr. Now, I don't really watch NXT. I haven't watched NXT for a few years. But if Brian Pillman Jr. did debut in NXT last night, let me know. But apparently he's not scheduled to debut this week. However, he has started with NXT this week. He's probably in the Performance Center. Shawn Michaels will be seeing what he can do. And yeah, so Brian Pillman Jr., he's now left AEW. He is officially with WWE. And I don't watch NXT, but I might start watching NXT. And I do get excited when WWE sign second or third generation wrestlers. I like to see what they can do. I like to see if they can live up to the hype. I like to see if they can continue on a legacy that was already quite good anyway, especially with Brian Pillman. Obviously, Brian Pillman was unable to do that much with the WWE because obviously he passed away in the late 90s, I think. Probably before I was even born, maybe just after. But Brian Pillman Jr. signed with NXT, and I can imagine he'll be making his debut there very shortly. John Cena has more scheduled dates with WWE. He has 7 or 8 weeks in a row consecutively, which is 2 months. The last time we saw John Cena do something like this was, I think, 2017 or 2016, one of them. So quite a long time ago. Now, the reason for this, Hollywood is on strike. The writers are on strike. The actors are on strike. No movies are being made. This leaves a big schedule for John Cena to come into WWE and work a program with a couple of wrestlers or two, a couple of young guys, maybe AJ again. It depends. But you know who isn't doing this? Dwayne The Rock Johnson is not coming back because Dwayne is too bothered about promoting movies he hasn't made yet. All Dwayne cares about, because Dwayne, I'm not calling him Rock, because I'm starting to hate this man, because all Dwayne cares about at this point is pushing his movies. Okay, yes, he's done a lot for the wrestling business, and he was a massive star, but Dwayne, all he cares about is pushing his political agendas, pushing his movies, and he doesn't care about wrestling anymore. He doesn't. If he did, he'd be doing the same thing as Cena. He'd come in for a match, at least one, but no, doesn't want to do any of that. He just wants to go on strike. He wants to stand there with his sign. We want more rights. Well, you ain't gonna get them because they want more money. Streaming services are losing money as it is, and they want more money from streaming residuals. They ain't gonna get it because everyone's losing money. Now, I'm on no one's side in this. I love that they're both suffering, but at the end of the day, you've got to be realistic. All these companies, they can't pay these actors and writers more money because they're losing money as it is. They're slowly going bankrupt, and if they give in to the demands of the writers and actors, they're gonna go bankrupt even faster. Hollywood is dead. It is dead. And it's they're trying to keep it alive. It ain't working. Okay. Yes, Barbie and Oppenheimer made quite a lot of money, but they're just very, very rare occurrences. Which movies are dead. They are. They're dead. No one cares for it anymore. This is why streaming services are going down the toilet. If I was you, I'd invest in a DVD player because DVDs will be coming back within the next 5 years. I guarantee it. But John Cena, this is the reason he's coming back. Hollywood strike, and he's going to take that time to come in and work some wrestling. Hopefully, he doesn't come in to promote the strike, because if he does, I'm going to be pissed off. And now, CM Punk. Now, there's a hell of a lot of bullshit going around, so the one thing we know that's a fact is CM Punk and Jack Perry got into what we like to call over here in the UK an in-betweeners fight. An in-betweeners fight is where you're getting into a headlock. An in-betweeners fight, all in. And that's pretty much the main information we know. CM Punk and Jack Perry have reportedly been suspended. And there's also a lot of bullshit going around, such as CM Punk starting a fight with Miro. I don't believe that's the case whatsoever, because Miro hasn't reportedly been suspended. And it really conflicts with a lot of other information that's going around. There's also other reports. This one's from PW Torch, so this is definitely bullshit, that CM Punk told Tony Khan he quits AEW. That one's bullshit. I can tell you that 100% fact right now. Anything that comes from PW Torch is 100% bullshit. Okay? Now, Brian Alvarez, his career's down the toilet right now, because he's the one that said that Punk had a fight with Miro, which has been debunked by Spiteful and everyone. And there's a lot of bullshit going around. Now, CM Punk and Jack Perry have been suspended pending investigation, which means CM Punk could be missing All Out, which is in Chicago, and most of them people, they would have bought their tickets to see CM Punk. Now, I can imagine Tony Khan doesn't want a riot, so he's going to try and get this investigation finalised as soon as possible, so CM Punk doesn't have to miss All Out. But we will see. We will see. At this point, AEW, they've come off their biggest show ever, and they're already back in the shit. And I mean deep in the shit. Okay, Dynamite sales, toilet. Collision sales, toilet. All Out in the toilet. They had their one show of 81,000 people, and that's all they have now. They're back to where they started. They're not moving tickets. They're not moving ratings. They certainly won't be moving anything after all this has happened now. However this conclusion comes out of this investigation, at this point, I think both men should just be fired. Both of them. I did say originally fire Jack Perry, but just get rid of both of them. Just get rid of both of these motherfuckers, man. And I don't want to see either of them turn up at WWE either. Because I don't want to see CM Punk turning up in the WWE ring with his I support trans kids t-shirt. Right? Because I will be fucking raging if he... Well, WWE won't let him do that anyway. They won't. Because they know not to push politics on TV. They're smarter than that. AEW on the other hand, they're not. They'll let CM Punk come out in his pro-abortion t-shirts and his trans kid signs and his writers and actors strike t-shirt. What's he going to come out with next? Huh? Support paedophile. Support MAPS. What was it? I can't remember what it's called, but paedophiles are now called MAPS. Minor attracted persons. I can imagine CM Punk coming out with a t-shirt, support MAPS, minor attracted persons. That's what CM Punk's going to come out with next. I guarantee it. At the end of the day, all this shit, it's all blown out of proportion. Everyone should have shut the fuck up, let this investigation run its course, instead of putting out all these false reports so they can get their clicks and their views and their ad revenue and all that bollocks. I can imagine if I did all this, I still wouldn't get all the fucking views they do. Because that's just my luck in life. But yeah, most of it's all bullshit. Don't listen to it. Just let this investigation happen. And whatever happens, happens. Personally, I'd want both men fired at this point. Fire both of them and try and recover AEW, which I think it's beyond recovery at this point. I really do. It's beyond recovery, and I don't think there's much Tony Khan can do to save AEW. Now that's out of the way, you know the score, you know the drill, the goal, 500 subscribers, 3,000 watch hours to get me in stage 1 monetization YouTube partnership program. Get me monetized. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you soon.